Hey guys, we're live with John Sukahorn. 30 minutes with John Sukahorn, and I'm just eating my dinner, having a lasagna. This is
Oh, sounds
actually,
nice, Archie.
it's actually,
Sounds nice.
it's not a shopping center. It's not a shopping supermarket lasagna. This is handmade lasagna. I've had indoors was making that today. Jono, talk to me. What's going on? Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, it's all happening, isn't it? They've had a bit of a spike again. Where is it? In Singapore. In Singapore, they've had a bit of a spike in the numbers again, Arch.
Well, did you see what happened in Brisbane? They had a farmers market. It was crowded. You're supposed to
Oh,
have.
you're joking.
Mm,
Well,
I mean, it's a
what,
joke. What sort of
what's...
idiot does that? You know, you've got to understand. You've got to be very, very careful with any of these type of functions. And it hit home today, Jono.
Paul, tell me, what's difficult about understanding stay at home? You know, is that difficult to understand, mate? You know,
Well,
stay at home unless you have to go out. Don't worry, we'll be in lockdown sooner or later. You know, curfew comes in Thailand tonight as of 10 o'clock or midnight. I think it's 10 o'clock, from 10 o'clock to 4 a.m. in the morning.
is
You know,
that
there's a
right?
curfew in Thailand.
And they got the military police out.
Yep, they're all out. They're all out. They're going to grab anyone.
Did you hear about Matt Stevens' girlfriend?
I listened this morning. What happened? What happened there? Oh yes. A
Do you
friend
want
of
to see?
mine.
Do you want to see a
Yes, I
photo
heard
of her?
about
Do
that.
you want to see
Pardon
a
me?
photo? Do you want to see a photo?
I've seen a photo. I don't know what she looks like.
She's fucking beautiful. What do you think?
She was
Beautiful.
Is that with his wife or the lady he lived with in China? I've seen the both of them.
No. This is a new lady. I can show it. Do you want me to show? Is that poor taste to show the photo?
Yeah, especially when he's not here. Yeah, don't do that, mate. Yeah.
Okay. No, there's nothing embarrassing. It's not a nudie photo. It's just a photo of his one of his girlfriends.
Nah,
She went missing. She went missing. Do you understand? Yeah. She went into one of these Wuhan hospitals, never to come out.
That was the lady he was mentioning this morning, a friend of his that passed away.
Mm.
That's dreadful. She's a young lady in the middle 30s, apparently.
Yeah, 38.
That's sad. Really sad. Very sad.
I don't think they're being truthful with the numbers.
In everything in life, if something goes wrong, you've always got to have you've always got to have a finger ready to point at someone, don't you? At this stage of events, people are really starting to point the finger at China, and they want.
Well, John, it's where it fucking came from. It's not racist.
I understand that.
This is where it fucking came from.
But I look at a bloke like Clyde. Clyde's very level-headed and everything, but
he's angry.
Clyde's angry on it. Oh, too right he is. Like if you fire Clive up, he'd really let go on it, I reckon. But you can see the angst in his voice, and the dislike in his voice when he speaks of it. He obviously can see a lot of people falling around, and like the tragedy what's going on in New York. At the moment, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. I saw some reporter.
And actually, the funny thing is, my wife in Japan. What's happening in Japan is people are saying they got a cold. They don't want to be tested in case they test positive because they don't want to let their company down.
Yes, well, that would be the Japanese mentality, wouldn't it?
But I mean, that's completely wrong, don't you think? If you're sick, you shouldn't be going to work.
Of course you shouldn't be. If you,
it's a disaster, John. This is a world pandemic, but we've got to be positive too. Most of us will come out the other side.
Well, certainly there's light at the end of the tunnel.
I think the thing I'm surprised with, landlords don't seem to be giving much concession to commercial premises.
Well, look, just because someone owns a property and they're a landlord, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily, financially secure. Many people would, opt for having an investment property so they can rent, so they can negatively gear, to get their expenses down against the taxation department on an annual basis. But, the government should be considering, landholders as well, people who are renting their properties out, landlords. But that should be, covered by the banks. That's, like how many billions of dollars will the banks still make this year? I don't think they'll be in the red. The banks
just adding it onto the end of the loan. They're not actually writing it off. They're just putting it. Well, they can't afford to write it off, but they also can't afford to write it off.
We've got an NV Scotsman's just arrived. G'day, mate. How are you? And we've got Oscar Madison and the moderator. Another one of mine. Very good. Thanks for coming along, the moderator. We've got Sovereign.
Sovereign, that's my friend.
The Chrisorology House, Esseray.
Yeah, he's the one who was selling that. That's a fake name, actually, because he's the one who had that fake Daytona he sold.
Oh, righto. Right.
It's not him.
I thought I saw him say that he sold the 6006 here this morning.
No, he's pulling your leg there, because I know the story. Look, Clive, I got to tell you honestly, Jono, how are you coping in Melbourne?
Well, I'm laughing. I'm taking it very easy. It's just like an extended holiday. Really, for me, nothing's different. Nothing's different for me. Although I fall into the category which is meant to take care of. That being, I'm 64, so I'm almost 65 in that age group. I've got a chronic disease. I've had a heart attack. I've got prostate problems. And I
$3. Smoke like a chimney. $3 from NV Scotsman, keeping the punters entertained during the crisis.
Good on you, NV Scotsman. That's top four, mate. Good on you.
I got to tell you, Clive. I got to tell you, Jono. Yes, look, you've been in isolation for the last 15 years, 20 years, haven't you?
Yeah, virtually. Yeah, I've got no great interest in going.
Some people don't know what it's like to be at home. See, same as me. The sad thing is I can see many businesses that are hurting and people going broke, which that is never good. It's never good. It's never good to see people go bankrupt, Jono. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. No one wants that to happen to anyone. But I think what you're saying is spot on, Archie. That many will suffer. Many business will suffer. This will put the world economy back several years.
I'm really surprised the government didn't say, let's freeze for 3 months financially. Freeze for 3 months. That's what I am surprised. Let's freeze for 3 months. You know what I mean?
Well, we're in the second quarter now of, for as far as financial accounting is concerned. So, they might just do it this time around. They might be forced to. I reckon that's the worst thing. One of the worst places where you could go is go to the ATM and put your mitts all over the ATM. Like I went the other day and I put on a glove. Don't worry, I put on a glove to put the numbers in. Pulled the number out. Pulled the notes out with a different hand and pulled the card out with a different hand. And then I took off the glove and put that in the bin and went back to the car and washed my hands. With some sanitizer.
Yes.
Did I tell you I went to the local Asian grocery. Mrs. wanted some more rice as if she didn't have enough. She's only got about 60 kilo at the moment. We had to buy another 20 kilo just in case. And the lady said, "Oh, you want some hand sanitizer?" I said, "Oh yeah, grouse. I'll have a couple of bottles." "How much is that?" She said, "Oh, $70. I said, "What, for 2 bottles?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "You can have them back, thanks, love." $35 for 500 mil, $70 a litre.
Wow!
For, for,
And soap is just as good. You know this?
that's what they say. Soap.
Here we go. Yen XX €5. Morning, gentlemen. I hope Holland is going in lockdown soon. Too many stubborn people here. Also, freaking Corona parties with 50 teenagers. This is just, they don't realize the seriousness. And it's when you see Maddie's friend who died, you think, shit.
Yeah,
You know?
young healthy woman, young healthy Chinese woman, in her 30s.
Beautiful woman, beautiful. I mean, she'd be I could never get someone like that. Maddie's cool and sophisticated and charming and thin, and he's got his own hair and.
Some of his own hair, not all of it.
He's just a good-looking guy, and he's hip. He's a.
You got to follow on there. He's very, very loyal to you. He's really acknowledged. We should give him a bit of a tap on the back. And that's Discount. He's always up there making a very funny comment or using
very
a little.
Cool. Discount is cool. I just sent a link to Sovron. He's asked me to come on.
Indeed, why not?
We'll see. He's a cool guy. Sovron, just between you and me, Jono, just to give you the in story, he owns an independent movie cinema.
Yes.
And he shows art house type movies. Art house.
Well, we won't be too happy at the moment, will we?
No, he's closed. He's forced to be closed. No, of course not.
Yes.
Cinemas are closed. No, of course not. And but he's a very, very lovely guy. Very cool guy. He's the one who had that Mercedes that took me for a drive in the Mercedes.
And see what Rich Bay just said? This shit is no joke.
Yes.
Time to give the wife my private passwords to all my shit. Now take it easy. Take it easy, Rich buddy. It's not that serious yet, is it, mate?
Okay, no? Rhesus RV, $5. G'day, fellas. Arch, get yourself a packet of Woolies brand strawberry licorice twist. They're better than Dara Lee. I know the ones. I know the ones. And here we got Sovron. Hello, Sovron. Hello.
G'day, Sovron. Pleased to meet you, mate.
G'day, Archie. How are you?
Hey, I've been a bit down, to be honest with you. Okay, I have been down. And Leganto Blue Summers $2. Sukahorn! I got to tell you, I've been a bit down. Okay, I've been a bit down. I've been down. Actually, you might just turn your camera off. You might turn your camera off, Sovron, because I think the bandwidth is chewing up too much. That's why there's a delay there for you. If you turn your screen...
Where are you, Sovron? Where are you, Ron?
He's in Brisbane.
Oh, well. Yes, no wonder. Yes. There's Pedro Ty. He's just popped in. There's another one of me mates, Arch. Pedro.
Archie.
Pedro Ty, me lunch buddy.
Hey, Sovron. Hello, Sovron.
Yeah, back again. Sorry about that. Just needed a better internet connection.
Sorry, I thought that you could have been sharpening an edge tool.
No, I'm just on the Goldie at the moment.
Oh, wow. Wow. And we've got Yen XX €2. Sukahorn! Looking sleek as always. Thank you, Sukahorn. What's going on, Sovron? What's going on? Tell me this. What's going on? Social distancing. What's going on?
No, I just left Brisbane after a couple of weeks of mothballing the business, and just needed to escape for a day or two.
Is it hard when you've got to lay off people that really do need the money?
I had a medium-sized staff, and it's not fun. No, it's not.
But this is the whole thing, If you go on this stupid JobKeeper thing, it's so much paperwork and hassle. You're better to pay them out their entitlements, give them all their holiday leave. That's a huge injection to somebody, and then say, we'll get you back once it's over.
Everyone in business, Archie, should do two things. They should pay their creditors They should pay their staff first, and after that, well, that's what you take for your business.
That's exactly. You're 100% right, but it's. I think it's very sensible to pay the staff out because
if you
they
can't do those things, you shouldn't be in business.
No, 100% right, Sovron. I got to tell you there, it's terrible today. They had a market in Brisbane, the Sammy Powers market. It was crowded. What a disaster! What a disaster! And also, here we go. Huge anus, $2. Or going to a funeral.
He's gone off to church or a funeral.
Yes.
You wouldn't wear that tie to a funeral, would you? That's a genuine artsy luxury tie, gentlemen. That's an artsy luxury.
He always wears the tie. He's okay.
I got to tell you, seriously, it's tough. It's very hard. Let me just get rid of this plate. You guys chat for a bit. I'm gonna be.
Prefer to wear in a tie, John? Silk or polyester?
John's all right, Sukahorn. That's all right, Ron. Archie was just saying that you've got a private cinema, and you've obviously had to close all that down. Yeah, like you wouldn't be too happy, mate.
No.
Hey, Sovron, if it's any help, I'm happy to let you show the movie Archie Luxury, the movie, for free. No royalties, no box office takings. You can keep the lot. It's an hour and a half movie, full-length blockbuster, and it's just waiting to be released. I was saving it.
That's true, but has it been passed by the Commonwealth Classification Board?
You got to do that?
Yeah, you must do that. It'll probably cost you about $25,000 to submit it.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's if you want to rush the job. If you want it done by June, July, it probably only costs you about 12 to 15.
Far out! Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Give me a minute.
Yes, look. Do you own the premises where the theatre is, Ron?
Yeah. So it's a freehold, but in saying that, it doesn't matter whether you lease a premises, whether it's freehold. If you're being mandated shut by the government, it's not much fun. Not much fun at all.
No, yeah, well, it's not much fun for anyone. But I what's that gentleman's name? Solomon Lew, is it? He's refused to pay. Yeah, he's refused to pay rent. Well, good on him. It's got to be a two-way street, doesn't it? What about all these people in like these Westfield, what are they called? Shopping centres. Those where people are paying $1,000 a day, to maintain their premises. How are those poor people going to survive? Their shop doesn't open for a month. That's 30 grand. Well, what business can float that?
They can't. There's going to be a lot of empty shops. There's going to be a lot of broken marriages.
Very quickly, I want to say we were mentioning. Can we mention her name or not, John?
ER.
ER. This was a gift from ER. I opened it this morning, and I'm going to have another sip now. Jono. Jono's doing the same. He's also got one. You got one? Cheers. Cheers, Jono. We're going to have. You don't have whiskey, do you, Sovron? Do you drink?
What, Betty Windsor?
Sovron doesn't drink, do you?
No, I don't drink. No.
I tell you what, Arch, I'm a bit jealous of Sovron. Gee, he's got a good crop of hair there on his head, mate. You got a good crop of hair there, mate. That's not going anywhere. How old are you, Ron?
He's in his 40s.
50. Oh, bullshit. 55.
55 and you got a hair like that, mate. Christ. You'll never go bald. Good luck to you.
All right. All good.
Yeah, what a good crop there, mate.
And guess what? Jono, you know, this guy here has got a Mark II Jaguar. He's got a Mark II. You got a 3.4. You got a 3.4, haven't you?
3.4.
Green one.
3.4. That's because they had the 2.4, 3.4, and the 3.8. But the 3.4 they reckon was better balanced. The Cray Brothers
What colour
white.
on?
It's been on my channel. It's the white with the red interior.
Yeah, red interior.
What a gentleman. That's just pure class.
Rodney Dusk, $7. Cheers, Jono.
I had you had an you've still got your XJ40?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an XJ40 Daimler, and I back traded that for a Series 3 V12 Sovereign.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I've had thoughts myself that way myself, Ron. That's the if you're a Jaguar owner, in my epitome. In my opinion, the Mark II is the epitome of a Jag. Beautiful in the back seat and the wooden interior in them. Just like it's better than sitting in your lounge room, isn't it? Sitting in the Jag. Doe skin interior. Just
Here we go. Really, Dr. KM. €2.29 super sticker, and we got JY 200 yen. That's about $3.50 twice in a day. Thank you, and Hugh Janus $5.
The greenies like to throw paint at you because you've got a doe skin interior and a rainforest dashboard, and you use a bit of petroleum products. Yeah.
Hey. Jono will never die. Heaven won't take him, and hell is afraid he'll take over. Cheers and have a shot for me. There you go. That's
He's funny, that Hugh Jonas, isn't he?
He's very funny. I got to tell you, are you a bit of a doomsdayer, aren't you, Sovron?
No, I'm a realist.
Oh, that put you back in your box, didn't it?
Sovereign's been teaching me how to sharpen my shovels to have a very sharp edge on them. I'm using an angle grinder to sharpen up some of the yard tools.
No, some people say, you've got people are optimists and pessimists and that, but I just say I'm a realist.
Well, if the government stop handing out money, I tell you what, it could go crazy. If they don't have food and they stop handing out money, then I think it would go crazy.
So what do you do? Have the army coming down the street and throwing food parcels off the back of army trucks, do you?
That's
throw
it.
them over your front fence into your lawn or something.
Rodney Nask, $14, South African. I'm your fan from South Africa. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. I got to tell you, it's getting very nasty in this world here. When do you think the peak is? When's the peak?
In Australia? Probably about a month or so away, going by what's happening overseas.
Are you worried?
Oh, everyone's concerned. Everyone's got.
Like, is it time to wear the good? Would you start wearing the Daytona now?
Oh, it's on rotation. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did today. I went out and cracked open the safe. I wanted to make sure how much gold I had in there. I went and weighed up a bit of my gold, just in case, if that's needed. So you see, the supermarket say, well, you can't negotiate currency anymore. You can't negotiate notes anymore. That's going to throw a lot of the elderly into, a state of confusion.
When's this?
That's falling straight onto the bank again because, because every transaction, the bloody government's got their hand in your bloody underpants for
Yeah, well, they increased the tapping of your card. They increased that from $100 to $200. At the supermarkets, Coles and Woolworths, that was big of them. To do that, but
the amount of money they're making out of FPOS transactions, I don't believe the banks even need to write mortgages anymore. You think of the millions of transactions every week, every day happening in Australia, and 30 cents out of each one straight into the economy. Incredible.
Aren't they free now, FPOS transactions?
No, well, they may be free for you, but not for the merchant, no.
Oh, not for a merchant, righto.
No.
Well, that's nice.
I see.
Are you righto?
It's the free
Yeah,
enterprise
same
world
with-
here.
The same with the electricity bill. Our electricity bill is probably about $3,500 in the low season, about $5,500 in the high season for 28 days. The trouble is, though, that probably 70% of that is connection fees. So if you actually have a situation where you're shut and you're not consuming any electricity apart from minimum security consideration for few perishables, you're still going to be paying $2,500–3,000 every 28 days.
Oh shit! You're joking.
No, it's same as water. The water bill comes in at $1,000 every 3 months, right? But the trouble is,
Hello, Sovereign, and that's the government censoring him. They don't want him to get this out, John.
It must be on the NBN. He's just going to have the NBN, has he?
Yeah, I think he said, "Look, Sovereign, you can't talk about business like this, Sovereign. They don't want you. They're censoring you. Okay, don't say that. Okay, okay, you're being censored. They don't want you to say that, Sovereign. Jesus Christ!"
You want me to repeat it then? You want me to repeat it?
Sovereign, that's I can't believe it.
Hang on, quiet, Archie. What's that piece of artwork you've got in the background there, mate?
Oh, that's the birth of Venus.
Is it a print?
Hang on.
It's a print, is it? Or a... It's beautiful. What a beautiful picture.
Ah, bells and little whistles. Hang on. Archie's got my screen split.
Oh, I'll do it full for you. I'll do it full.
Do it full for us, Archie.
There we go.
Who's the artist? What artist did that? That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What a lovely painting.
Barry, £10. Packet of smokes for you, Jono. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. Is that a print or an original?
No, print.
Oh, God, no, it's just print, Archie. I'm at Mermaid Beach at the moment, so there's the mermaid over there.
Oh, wow.
Well, so, you like antiques, Ron? You like antiques, Ron?
Oh. Oops, we're gone.
No, you're right there, mate.
Still there? Yeah. Yeah, no, we disappeared again. Used to collect them, but antiques, the arse has fallen out of them. Hopeless antiques now.
You know, John had a chair made by someone on the First Fleet, don't you, John?
I don't know if it's the First Fleet. There's an old convict chair. Never made out of blackwood. Beautiful old thing. An old captain's chair. It's got the cane, the caneware on the base, and all leather, and got the original seat on it. About 200-year-old leather seat on it. It's all stuffed with horsehair. It's all ripped to pieces and falling apart. But I've been advised not to replace it because it's original. But I had it restored many years ago, and I was told it was worth a lot of money. But I think the little boy sits on it when he plays chess in the lounge room. That's what we've been doing recently, little bloke. We're playing perpetual chess. Just playing chess 24/7, having continuous game all the time. That gets him off his ass, off the computer. Your turn, mate.
You still got
to go to the toilet or something. Move a pawn or put a rook out or something. But that's getting his head occupied. Yeah, good little bloke, right little bloke. He's in his kitchen singing away to himself today. He doesn't care what's going on, out there in the rest of the world as long as he's got his iPad. Good luck to him. Here, Janus.
$5. What has more dust in an antique shop? The vag of the counter granny or the knickknacks? The vag of the counter granny or the knickknacks? Thank you.
Oh, you're funny bugger.
He's very funny there.
Oh, Jesus.
I tell you what, guys, it's very...
Go on, Ash.
I just got to say, guys, I don't think we should be so negative. We've got to have some positive. Everyone's negative, negative, negative. Let's have some positive. We'll probably survive. And there could be, for the astute businessmen, there should be big opportunities, very big opportunities.
I reckon this will be about the first time you'll ever see a smile on an undertaker's face. Eh? These times, don't you reckon? How do you get shares in an undertaker's business? You know, are they on the market? You get shares in a funeral parlour? That'd be the go at this stage, wouldn't it?
InvoCare, they run probably about 5 or 6 of the prominent funeral directors in Australia. InvoCare. Have a look at them on the ASX.
How are they going? I'll look it up. ASX InvoCare.
I don't know whether they're publicly listed or they're private company.
Ooh, they're actually down. They're actually they're not that badly down. They're $10 a share, and they're the 52-week. The high was $16.77. The low was $9. So they're a bit down, but they're InvoCare is an Australian public company with funeral interests in Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. InvoCare employs 1,800 people, has a turnover of $400 million a year. InvoCare. So, Jono, tell me this: are many people worried down in Melbourne? What's happened? I think John Andrews seems to be doing okay there.
Daniel Andrews, yeah. Oh, I'm pleased. I'm pleased he's the Premier of Victoria. At least he's taken the lead. And with regards to you know that what's her name, the Premier of New South Wales.
Yeah,
like Gladys Berejiklian, you know, like you wouldn't want to come home, you know, $5 short your pay packet with her, would you? But you know, I think she's done a a good job. You know, she is, you know, she's really, you know, she's a leader. You know, she's a leader. She's certainly excelling herself as opposed to ScoMo, that's for sure.
I don't think ScoMo's doing a bad job. I don't like ScoMo, but I don't think he's doing a bad job. And here we go, Rodney's reviews, $2. Archie, are diamonds okay for a gents watch? Date just 41. They're okay. They're a bit punsy, but I had one. They're cool. I had it on a 36. I don't. It depends on. I wouldn't have diamonds all the. Yeah, no. I'm not a big fan of it myself, but it depends. It depends how it's done. Factory is okay. Massage parlours are struggling very badly, Jono.
Yeah, I reckon. They pinched one down here in Melbourne, I think. Was it Melbourne or Sydney?
In Brisbane they pinched one.
Oh, was it Brisbane, was it? Was it Brisbane?
Yeah, $5,000 fine. Really nasty stuff, you know. They were just trying to bring a bit of relief. About, and they got busted.
Yeah, that should be an essential service, shouldn't it? You'd think so. I think they'd classify that as an essential service.
But they closed it down there. Jono, that's the way it goes there. That's the way it goes.
No, I just thought of a good answer to that one. What are you guys doing, talkers, nowadays? I thought of a good answer, but I won't say it.
Sovereign, how long do you think before it gets back to opening your doors? What do you think? How long before you open your doors again, Sovereign?
August.
What's that? May, June, July, August. At least 3 months, Ron. Jeepers.
Yeah, that's not...
Have you got the NBN just connected, Ron? We must have. You know? I reckon we thank for that. Who was responsible for the NBN? What's his name? Malcolm Turnbull. Thanks, Mel. You've done well. He's about one of the only ex-Prime Ministers in Australia who hasn't opened up his gob recently. they've all been on. There's Rudd's been on, Julia's been on. Keating hasn't said nothing. He's still alive, isn't he, Keating?
Yeah, he's alive. What did Rudd say?
Paul Keating's still going, yeah.
He hasn't opened up his gob. He hasn't said anything.
Has John Howard had a say?
No, Howard hasn't said boo, has he?
Here we go. Rodney Nikosi, here we go. 35, South Africa. South Africa is in recession already. And I can't even afford an entry-level Rolex from an AD. It's tough. Definitely tough. Yes. So, yeah, it's a hard situation, guys. I don't know what the answer is. What is the answer?
Hey, you just got to sit and write it out.
I think your worst nightmare's got to be
too hard and swallow.
I don't know how they're going to pay for it. I think they're going to have they're going to add on a percentage to the Medicare levy. They're going to increase GST, and I think they're going to take 10 to 20% of everyone's super and say it's a wealth creation Australia Rebuilds Fund. That's what they'll do.
Sorry, Ron, go on.
It's very tough at the moment. I tell you what, it's hard. What is the coast like? What's it like at the coast, Sovron?
I hear you, mate.
Sorry, what's it like at the coast? Is it busy there? What's it like?
Actually, I'm quite surprised. The beach just looks like a normal day. It's surprising no one's really adhering to the sunbaking laws.
Are you allowed to use the swimming pool in your apartment?
Why don't they do what India does? You know, issue all the coppers of a big piece of cane, and if you're outside your house, get the coppers to beat you to death. You know?
That's what they're doing. You're joking, aren't you?
That's what they're doing in India. Well, not beating them to death, but, you know, like the coppers are caning them, aren't they? If they're out of the house in India, they're in total lockdown. If they're out of the house on their bikes or something, the coppers are letting go at them, give them a bit of a beating, saying move on.
I see.
And they're supplying the police in Queensland with face masks. They aren't in Victoria.
They aren't. Do they need them?
Well, there's certain force which are going around and, and checking up on people who are meant to be in self-quarantine. They're not. Right. They're issuing fines, but you look at those coppers that go around and knocking on doors. As far as the press is concerned, what you see in the press, and the poor coppers don't even have face masks.
No, that's exactly it. Jono, tell me this. We're going to live another day. This will all be a distant memory. How long do you reckon before the economy starts to kick back in?
The economy starts to kick back in years. They say that we'll be able to pay for this debt, what the government's currently expending, and they've already, they're already putting out the feelers. They're saying, we'll be able to pay for this debt if we increase the Medicare levy, the Medibank levy, and if we increase that by $2 a week, for all Australians, we'll be able to pay for this in X amount of years. So they've already worked out how we're going to pay for it. But
yes.
It's going to be very tough for a lot of people. How do you be say you're a single girl or something, and you're in your mid-20s and you're working as a barista in a coffee shop and you're out of a job. What's she going to do? She goes and stands in the dog queue, and she hasn't got a job, and can't see her boyfriend. Boyfriend's not allowed to come over, and it's. I would like to think the world is a better place at the end of this, but I doubt. I think it'll be every man But maybe every man for himself at the end of the day.
Has it motivated you to buy a paddock, John?
No, it's not. I told you what it's motivated me to do is put more envelopes into the safe, mate. You know,
How about
that's
you,
all right.
Sovron? Are you buying a paddock after this disaster?
No, I've never been into paddock, Archie. I'll just turn the camera off because there's shit in
Yeah.
there.
I gotta tell you, it's depressing, but what can you do? I want to see some positives. There's positives is that most of us aren't going to die. There's positives that they're going to restart the economy, and this will just be a bad dream.
Well,
There's many positives. There's many positives. If you're going to have a world pandemic, I'd rather be in Australia. What do you reckon? Would you rather be here? I can't think of a better place to be, really.
I think you'd be better off to probably get the coronavirus first before the big wave. Then you'd be eligible for to be incubated.
That's what they're saying. But do you want to go and get it? How do you go and get it then? It's a bad one. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap this show up. The super chats are slowing down, and we want to make this 30 minutes a day. We want to make it 30 minutes. That's been the aim of the Sukahorn and me. We want to make this 30 minutes a day. We've gone over. John, any passing comment before we go?
Yes, thank Ron for coming on. It was very nice that he came on, and I had met him before.
Sovron, it's Sovron, as in the Queen in country.
Ron, isn't it? Is his name Ron?
It's not, but yeah, but
I'm calling him Ron.
Yeah, no, it's an in joke because he's a royalist. Do you understand?
Yeah, well, so am I. So am I.
Yes.
Royals. Yeah.
Yes. I'm very pleased to hear that, John. So Sovron, we will bring him back on. Sovron's good value, and we really did enjoy having you here. Johnny, it's been great having you here too. It's always good to add a bit of perspective, but you got to be positive. Please just be a bit positive. Remember, it could be a lot worse. You could be someone in India. Could you imagine being poor in India or being poor? This is going to bite in Indonesia. It's going to go, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Look, it's just how it is. But I got to tell you guys, seriously, there's a lot worse places to be than Australia and New York. It's bad. But look, just stay safe, stay inside. I think people aren't taking it seriously. You know, you're taking it seriously, aren't you, John?
Indeed, I am. Yeah, look, you're getting directions from your government. You know, to stay inside. Is that difficult to understand? You know, stay at home. You know, like, you know, if you go out, you might be responsible. Say I'm asymptomatic. You know, asymptomatic. I most probably am. You know, like the amount I smoke and that. You know, like I'll burn it out of my system.
Yes.
Yeah, and you go out and you contaminate some poor little old lady at the supermarket or something. You know, or you cough on your kid or something, your kid gets it. You know, that'd be grouse, wouldn't it? You know?
Oh, that's right. Okay, Jono, let's wrap it up. You coming back tomorrow?
With knobs on top, mate. Indeed. Okay,
I reckon we'll keep it short. We don't want it to be too long and drag on, you know?
Totally agree, mate.
Short? Okay, and Rodney Nisk, $14. Stay home and goodbye!
Good advice.
There we go. That was a good show, John. You